Welcome everyone to the Red Pill Chauvinist Show. I am your braggadocious yet very humble host, the Red Pill Chauvinist. Thank you for taking the time to ride with me. Leave all the BS in the trunk and just bring logic with you. This is a variety show that deals with topics like dating, spirituality, traveling, and much more. I'll be doing interviews with special guests from various walks of life, in addition to freestyling rants, discussing my opinions, and dropping red pills. Remember the red pill mindset is not believing in society's narrative and finding your own answers. Come take this ride with me.
Being a man is a simple question, but it's a profound question. And the answer is equally simple and equally profound. And the answer is this: a man can set aside his emotions, control his emotions, and allow his reason and logic to dictate his actions. That's it. That's the answer. That's what it means to be a man.
Yay! Shit. Just finished handling some BI. Welcome everyone to the world famous Red Pill Chauvinist Show. I'm your braggadocious, yet very humble host, the Red Pill Chauvinist. Yeah, man, back at it. It's cold as hell out here in New York, man. Like I said, 18 degrees. Excuse me, went down another. It went to 17 degrees, man. But I'm out here still doing this for y'all, man. I love doing this, man. I do this in my free time. I realize I ain't doing this for subscribers, doing this for whatever. I'm doing this for whoever wants to hear this, whoever wants to hear these messages, man. I'm here for that. And I've always been kind of like a mentor or a big brother or whatever you want to call it in my family. When I moved out of state, you know what I'm saying, I did a little bit of that with some young boys in middle school and stuff like that, even some young high schoolers. You know what I mean? Because these boys out here don't have mentors, man, or they have a male figure in the house, but it's not really a man, it's a male, you know? So with that being said, let me throw out the definition of a man. M-A-N, a man. A man is a grown male that can control his emotions, set his emotions aside, and use logic and reason to get to the best outcome. All right, now we got our definition of a man. Next thing I want to say are the two laws, commandments, decrees, whatever you want to call them. The two decrees that I've had so far for the Red Pill mindset is this. Number one, know thyself. Know thyself. Because to know thyself is to know your God. Y-O-U-R. Or Y-O-U-R-E, depending on where you are in your studies. But to know thyself is to know your God. You heard? That's number two. Excuse me, that's number one. Number two was the definition of a man, which is what I told you. Grown male who can control his emotions, set his emotions aside, and use logic and reason to get to the best outcome. Now, the reason I bring these points up is because of the topic of today's episode. When I do my boast to boast, all my super friend episodes, shout out to Afi Kingdom, Dominance Mindset, expert level game. You know, I've been on a couple of his shows, and you know, we got dudes calling up, asking questions about women and all that, which is understandable. But every time that I've given an answer, it always comes down to, yo, bro, you gotta know yourself, man. Because once you know yourself, you know what you're willing to do, what you're willing not to do. But also overall, once you know yourself, you'll know other people. Like, I don't know if I can explain. I'm not good at really expressing the things that's in my mind, all this knowledge, because you know you'll learn that the more you learn, the harder it is to put into words, because words will not really encapsulate what you're really trying to say. So it's hard to put these thoughts into language, you know. But anyway, I bring this up because a lot of times when I am dropping game on people on these episodes, it always comes down to me saying, yo, you gotta know yourself. You know what I'm saying? You gotta you gotta have confidence. And you can't have confidence if you don't know who you are, because, if you don't know who you are, somebody could tell you who they think you are, and I could just take you off your square. You know what I mean? Because you're not solid in who you are. You're not standing for who you are because you don't know who you are. So when I would tell them, hey, yo, you need confidence, the next question would be, all right, how do you get confidence? I was stuck. That's not something I really, gave thought to, because I'm not gonna lie to you, confidence is something I've had since I can remember. And that's not even a brag from the braggadocious, yet I'm a very humble host, but that's not a brag. But I've been pretty confident since I was young. I don't know if it was just in me, if it was the way I was raised, the people around me, but it's not something I ever thought of. But while I was going through YouTube, I saw an episode from Coach Red Pill. Hopefully I remember to put the link of the episode that I saw, because it was from watching the episode that I decided to make this episode, because he made some great points. He really verbalized or gave a theory or a way that someone can actually know what confidence is, and also how to gain confidence. All right, because I think the game stems on confidence, man. The foundation of game. You know what I'm saying? Your mouthpiece, the way you dress, everything, your aura, that stems from your confidence, man. Your confidence in you and who you are. But if you don't know who you are, how can you have confidence in someone if you don't know who you are? That confidence in someone, in something or someone, in someone or someone that you're not, or who you think you are but you're not sure of, I think that's more arrogant than confidence. We're gonna get to that too. Difference between confidence and arrogant. And if you couldn't already tell, this is gonna be a short video. Now let's be clear. A short video to me is about 30 minutes. How do you gain confidence? So I was listening to Coach Red Pill. Hopefully I remember to put the link in the video. But I was listening to an episode of Coach Red Pill, and shout out to Coach Red Pill, man. I love the way he broke it down, man. Like, so I figured, I'll take that knowledge that I learned from Coach Red Pill and bring it to y'all. You know what I mean? Each one teach one. You know how that go. So what the fuck is going on here, man? Police lights. Pardon me, guys. I gotta determine what I feel like doing. Yeah, we're gonna avoid all that. Yeah. So yeah, anyway, confidence, guys. Confidence, because to know yourself, to be confident, you gotta know yourself. To know yourself, be confident. What is confidence? Confidence. All right, what Coach Red Pill said. Coach Red Pill gave a great 3-part definition as to what confidence is. So, to paraphrase what Coach Red Pill said, number 1, confidence is optimism about the future and the path that you are on. Let me say that again. Number 1, first part of what confidence is. Confidence is optimism about the future and the path that you're on. Okay, I like that. Optimism. Key word, optimism. I mean, it's seeing the future as being positive, seeing good things in the future. So again, the first part of confidence, optimism about the future and the current path that you're on. I like that. And let me make this very clear and emphasize. Confidence is built over time. You're not gonna go to sleep and wake up tomorrow morning with confidence, with uber confidence. It comes with time. It comes with action. You can't just keep thinking about confidence and expect to have confidence. Pardon me, I was in a little park. Which is something, confidence is something that you gain over time, slowly, from practice and actions, from experiences, all right? Second part of the definition, which I really like. Second part of the definition to confidence is feeling that you have control of your immediate environment, metaphorically speaking. I don't want you thinking that you have control of your immediate environment, meaning that you manhandling everybody from, in your environment, like, yo, you screaming on people, like you giving people the pimp backhand and all that. No, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about in a metaphorical sense. You are in control of your immediate environment. There goes that word control again. Remember we stated before, in order to be a man, you have to control your emotions. So in a sense, if you're able to control your emotions, you're able to control your immediate environment, metaphorically speaking. So again, the second definition is feeling that you have control of your immediate environment. Now the third part to that definition, the last part, simply put, is basically like putting the first two together. Is being at ease with the knowledge. Is being at ease with the knowledge that you have and the sense of that control that you have of that environment. So let me say that one more time. It is being at ease with the knowledge that you have and the sense of control that you have because of that knowledge and or optimism, right? So that's the running definition that we're going to have with confidence. So, and everything I just stated is something that will happen over time. You have to actually experience action, do things like that. Now, what happens when you're not confident? Now we have a running definition of confidence. Let's talk about what happens when you're not confident. When you don't have a sense of optimism. When you don't feel like you're in control of your immediate environment, metaphorically speaking. Okay, you get yourself in a situation and you freak out. You get nervous. Like, why are you nervous? Why are you freaking out? Because you don't know what's going to happen next. You're fearful. You fear of the unknown. But if you have an optimistic view on life, then you'll know whatever happens next is good for me. We don't take no L's as far as a loss. When it comes to L's, we take lessons. So even when I'm in a situation that I'm unaware of, that I'm not familiar with, I still do not freak out. I am not nervous because I am optimistic that whatever happens next, I'm going to either learn from it or it will be an immediate benefit to me. That's an optimistic way of thinking. And I always feel that I'm in control of my environment. Because like I said, but stated in another video in my 7 Mythologies to Live Life Live, I've stated that which angers you controls you. I do not allow anyone to control me. So no matter what situation I'm in, I do not freak out. I do not get nervous because I do not allow anyone or any situation to control me, meaning my emotions. Okay? You freak out. Why? Because you're not in control. You're not thinking optimistically. And because you're not thinking optimistically, because you feel like you're not in control, because you're fearful, because you become doubtful in yourself, you make the wrong decisions. You make errors. Okay? That's from not being confident. That's from not going outside. That's from being on the couch all day. That's from looking at a computer screen, looking at a phone screen all day, not interacting with people. All right? That's an easy way to not be confident. All right. So what happens when you are confident? What's the point of even being confident? What's the point of even being confident? Why does that stuff even matter? Because when you're confident, let me tell you why. Because when you're confident, you think optimistically. When you think optimistically, you have to understand how powerful your brain is. Whatever your brain thinks, the world has to provide for you. That's some deep teaching. Y'all can go study on your own. But you are the director of your life. You are whatever you want in your life to happen. These chicks driving, man. Chick drivers, don't get me started. But yeah, it starts in your mind. So why is being confident important? Because once you think optimistically, once you think positively about what can occur to you in your future, it will begin to happen. That goes back to knowing yourself. You have to know what you want, what you like, what you don't like. If you spend most of your time worrying about what you don't like, that's what will come into your life. That's what you will attract. Law of attraction. And I'm not going to get into that. But the reason why Confidence is important because you will begin to think optimistically. Now, once you begin to think optimistically, you'll be less likely to make errors because you won't be doubting yourself. You'll know that whatever decisions you make is for your good. And the more you experience, the more you go through things, the more likely you'll learn. Like, oh, okay, that's okay. When I did it that way, that way didn't work. Okay, let me do it this way. So it's repetition. It's going over and over again. Less likely to make errors. When you're confident, you don't panic. You don't have fear. You're not nervous. When you're not nervous, you have no fear. You're able to make decisions. You're able to make clearer decisions. You're able to make clearer decisions. These are the reasons why you need to be confident. When you're confident, when you don't have that panic, when you don't have that fear, when you're not nervous, you actually look at challenges and become excited. Like when I enter a realm, when I enter a field, when I enter a situation that I'm unaware of, that I'm unfamiliar with, instead of me running away from it from fear, I look at it as a challenge. Like, boom, challenge accepted. It's a new medal I could put on my jacket. Like, yeah, I defeated that. I didn't think I could do it. I wasn't confident in it. And now looking back, I can't believe I wasn't confident in that, because look at me now. Now I'm confident in it. Those are the things that's what life is about. That's what living life now is about. That's what it's part of it is about, is accepting challenges, not willing to take an L. An L meaning a lesson. Everything is a lesson. Do not be afraid to fail. I'm going to get to that. Do not be afraid to fail. Matter of fact, that's a great segue. You do things enough times, you'll learn from it, because you failed enough. Where does your confidence come from? Confidence comes from failure. Failure. That's where confidence comes from. You failing. Failing. I'm going to say that. I'm going to keep beating your head, man. Confidence comes from constant failure. Let me be more specific. I'll give it to you in another way. It's not about how many times you fall. It's about how many times you take your ass back up. How many times do you get up? Any and everybody can get knocked down, knocked out. But everybody can't get back up, man. A lot of people get knocked down, man, and they donezo forever. Gone, done, it's over. They think that was their only route. Think that's their only route. Nah, man, it's called resilience. Resilience. Once you have resilience, you could get knocked down 1,000 times, you get up 1,001 times. That's what it's about. The true warriors, the true, for lack of a better term, the true players, the true pimps, the people on top, the bosses. They failed enough times. They say millionaires will tell you they've been bankrupt several times before they reach their riches, their wealth. So you gotta understand, you gotta fail, player. You gotta fail, bro. You gotta fail, man. You gotta try and fail it over and over until you get to that point where you're like, I got it. Because once you got it, nobody can take you off the square, because you already know, I already did that route. Yeah, because this is what's gonna happen when you go that route. It's not how many times you fall, it's how many times you get up, man. You gotta take these L's, man. You gotta take these lessons. You gotta take these L's, you gotta take these lessons, man. I guess this is story time. Motherfuckers wanna hear personal stories and shit. I'll give you a personal story, man. I'll give you 3 mini stories, man. I'll make them short. I don't even like telling personal stories, but I'll make them short, man. They say it allows the viewers to get to know me more. All right, so fuck it. I guess this is your opportunity to get to know me more. All right, let's talk back. Let's start back. Fuck, let's go as far back as high school. Can I say as far back as high school is when I started? I mean, I had my confidence, but that's when my confidence was tested.